And you know you have a police department that's committed to doing their jobs with integrity in the best interests of our city.
First on Fox 61 at 6 a.m., months after former New Haven Police Chief Carl Jacobson left his post after he was accused of stealing funds, Mayor Justin Elicker is announcing the person he wants to lead the department now. We're going to have a live report on when that big announcement is expected. That's happening in just a few moments. Well, good morning to you and happy Wednesday. We have a great day on tap for you, and we're just glad you're starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 America Areas. Rachel Piscatelli is delivering all the good news for us. I have to imagine it's really nice to deliver this news because, you know, we've had some nasty days this past winter.
Yeah, I'm thankful that we are going to get some nicer temperatures into the mix, at least for the next few days or so. Sun and clouds expected today. Another nice one on tap. Temperatures slightly warmer than this time yesterday. We are anywhere from 2 degrees warmer in Waterbury to about 3 degrees warmer in Willimantic. A couple of areas seeing some cooler numbers there, but 29 degrees in Hartford right now. The wind is calm, and we have some clouds and sun expected later on today. 27 degrees in Torrington now, near 30 in Waterbury, 33 in Groton, and 28 degrees in Willimantic. So again, not too bad for the kids at the bus stop. Playing out today for you, you'll see that numbers move into the lower 40s by about noontime under cloudy skies, but then the sunshine comes back out. So sun and clouds today, temperatures around 53 degrees in the afternoon and evening. It turns out to be a rather nice day overall, with winds anywhere from 5 to about 10 miles per hour. 52 in Waterbury today, 54 in Hartford. A little bit cooler at the shore now for that I-95 corridor. Niantic at 49, near 50 in Montville, and 53 degrees towards Wyndham and Willimantic. Overnight tonight, clouds will increase. There is a chance for a passing shower first thing in the morning tomorrow, but it is also going to be quite nice in the afternoon tomorrow. Sunshine comes out, temperatures move into the mid to upper 60s in the afternoon, and then that comes to an end with a chance for some passing showers in the evening and then a round of rain for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, temperatures will be up around 50 degrees, so when it's not raining, it's overcast. We'll have more details on that rain chance for Friday coming up in just a bit. As we check in with the roads this morning, still following a little bit of road work out there now, but hopefully most of that is wrapping up. You can see over in Hartford now, just a little bit of road work on 84 eastbound. Otherwise, the road work we were following over in Meriden on 91, as well as on Route 15, that is cleared up for the morning commute. So a live look outside, Wethersfield, Fairfield, as well as Branford and Hartford. Starting to see some brake lights there in the Fairfield area, but otherwise it looks like traffic is still flowing just fine. Erica.
Rachel, thanks. 6:02 right now, and we're following some breaking news coming out of Hartford this morning. Fire crews right now, they're at the scene of a structure fire. This is along Ellsworth Street. We have Fox 61's Kayla Cade. She's currently at the scene. We're going to check in with her for the very latest. Kayla, what are you seeing?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're here on 66 Ellsworth Street, where you can see the house behind me actually has visual damage. The fire is out, but like I said, has visual damage. It mostly happened on the second floor. We actually just spoke with the fire chief, who gave us a little bit more information about this fire. It happened at the single-family residence here, and they were able to get the fire out quickly and put water on it quickly, and was able to remove contents on the second floor. But it was a little bit hard for them to do their job this morning because he said that there is a little bit of a hoarding situation here at the house, and we also was told that there were minor injuries as well with someone who declined to get taken to the hospital but did have a few burns. And we're going to have more sound for you coming up in the next hour. But as you can see, he talked a little bit more about the fire and also the damage that it left. You can see that fire crews are still inside the building working to find any hot spots, making sure everything is out right now. And also you can also see a little bit more about the hoarding situation. I mean, you can see a lot of the furniture that's in the yard and also on the porch right there. As you can see, there's also a lot of more fire trucks still on the scene. They're still working to make sure that the fire is completely out, and also just trying to move out the furniture that may be in their way to see how this fire exactly started. Now we're going to get more details for you. Again, we did have an interview with the fire chief, so you're going to hear more from him coming up. And right now in Hartford, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
All right, Kayla, thanks for the update. If you're wondering, that's near Berry Square off of New Britain Avenue. And again, we'll check in with Kayla in just a little while for an update. Meantime, at 6:04, happening today in New Haven, Mayor Justin Elicker is going to announce his nominee for the city's next permanent chief. This comes as former Chief Carl Jacobson faces serious criminal charges. He's accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from his own police department. We're checking in with Fox 61's Glenn Kittle. He's live in New Haven following this story. Glenn, where are we at in the search for a permanent chief?
Yeah, good morning, Erica. Actually, just into our newsroom minutes ago, Elliker's team has put out a notice saying that they are going to nominate David Zanelli as their nominee pick for the new police chief in New Haven. He is currently acting as the interim police chief in the city. So definitely a big move in that job opening that has been marred with controversy over the past couple of months as the former police chief, Carl Jacobson, faces some serious criminal charges as he is accused of stealing funds from the police department. Now, to recap Jacobson's case that we know so far, investigators say that he stole tens of thousands of dollars from department funds. He's charged with 2 counts of first-degree larceny. Now, that situation first came to light about 2 months ago when 3 assistant chiefs confronted Jacobson about money missing from the department's confidential informant fund. That fund is typically used to pay confidential informants and cover expenses for undercover drug investigations. Now, Jacobson initially admitted to taking $10,000. However, a later investigation by Connecticut State Police and prosecutors from the New Britain State Attorney's Office determined the amount was much higher. That's closer to $85,000. Now, investigators say most of that money came from the confidential informant fund. Now, authorities are also discovering 2 checks totaling $4,000 that were taken from the New Haven Police Activity League around Christmas time and later deposited into Jacobson's personal checking account. Now, investigators reviewed Jacobson's records from sports betting platforms as well, including Fanatics, DraftKings, and FanDuel. They found that he placed nearly $4.5 million in wagers and lost more than $200,000. Jacobson is currently free on a $150,000 bond and has not been convicted. He's scheduled to receive his full pension. That's estimated to be at about $125,000. Now, in his last court appearance, Jacobson's lawyer asked the public to withhold their judgment until all the facts came to light.
Carl Jacobson has done a tremendous amount of good for the people of New Haven. He has devoted his entire professional career to helping others. And for those who would condemn him based on his arrest, I ask you for grace. And please withhold judgment until you have a fuller understanding of all the facts.
Now, in terms of the hiring process for the New Haven police chief, we know, as we just said earlier, Elliker nominating David Zanelli, the current acting interim police chief in New Haven. Now this process goes through an evaluation period with city leaders as well as public comment on the issue. Ultimately, the decision comes down to Elliker. Now, it's important to note the last time that a New Haven police chief job was open, that was Jacobson that was acting as the interim chief. In the meantime, he was then nominated for the permanent position and then put into that role. So it seems that Zanelli in the same position as Jacobson was when he was first appointed to police chief. So definitely some interesting developments here. We're going to continue to follow this and bring you the latest information as we learn more throughout the morning. But for right now, live in New Haven, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, big news there. Glenn, thanks so much for the update. Appreciate it. 6:08 now, and happening later today, a popular supplement called Kratom is going to be taken off store shelves. This is happening all across the state. Last month, the state reclassified the supplement as a Schedule I controlled substance, so that makes it illegal. While it has been a big revenue boost for smoke shops, convenience stores, and gas stations, the FDA warns that people shouldn't use it because of serious health risks like addiction.
I had customers that would come in and they would start off once every other day coming in, and then they were coming in every single day. And then they were coming in 2-3 times a day.
Now, in addition to the ban to sell Kratom, it's now also going to be illegal to have any amount of it in your possession. Ansonia is getting hundreds of thousands of dollars to improve accessibility. The city plans to use a grant to reconstruct sidewalks and increase safety. That includes near a middle school. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi is showing us why these improvements are so necessary.
Well, the Connecticut Department of Transportation says this sidewalk near the intersection of Clifton and Howard Avenues is just one of many sidewalks in the area in need of repairs.
Actually a great thing, to be honest. We do need new sidewalks. I usually count the amount of times on my fingers that I probably tripped while walking.
Local and state officials say the city of Ansonia is moving forward with its sidewalk infrastructure project in hopes to improve safety. The city was granted $789,000 as part of a $12 million state grant to improve transportation infrastructure in 17 towns and cities.
But it is a great feeling that they're doing new sidewalks. I would love to see that, but that just shows that the world is really changing for real.
Amir Elling is one of many locals who walk on Clifton Avenue every day. He says improvements could help people get better access to their homes and local businesses.
Sometimes I walk to school from my house, but it's up hills, so it's a lot.
Officials say other improvements would also include ramps and crosswalks.
I'm a cleanliness. I like neat and clean. I kick my feet up a lot, and I don't really like the noise. So it's kind of weird. It's like a screechy thing in my ear, but it would be nice though to see new sidewalks.
Now, CTDOT says construction could begin as soon as late summer or in the fall. In Ansonia, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
This morning, reports suggest the Trump administration is offering a 15-point peace plan to end the war in Iran. It includes several provisions that Iran has previously rejected. Iran has denied that any negotiations are even taking place. Well, meantime, at least 1,000 soldiers are expected to deploy to the Middle East. That's according to 3 people familiar with the plan. That's what they told the Associated Press. They're from the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg. Now, the sources tell the AP the deployment could happen in the coming days. One source says the brigade will serve as a ready unit, prepared to respond if and when needed. The deployment is expected to include both command staff and also ground forces.
Stop truck 1, stop. Stop truck 1, stop.
Well, that was the moment an air traffic controller tried to stop a fire truck as it began to cross the runway at LaGuardia Airport. Just seconds later, it crashed with an Air Canada flight. Both the plane and the truck were cleared to be on the runway at the same time, just moments earlier. So now investigators are trying to find out why. The NTSB says the fire truck involved didn't have a working warning system because it wasn't equipped with a transponder. Now, that would have warned air traffic controllers and the pilots about the risk of a collision. Now, the NTSB says 2 controllers were on duty at the time. It's unclear how those duties were split up, though. Now, investigators are interviewing the controllers and crew as they work to determine what went wrong.
The midnight shift, as a reminder, is one that we have many times at the NTSB raised concerns about with respect to fatigue.
The NTSB also believes the crash was the result of multiple failures at the same time. Both pilots aboard the Air Canada flight died. The rest of the crew and passengers on board the plane survived. The runway is expected to remain closed through the week. More TSA agents are walking off the job. Coming up, we're going to tell you what this means for you if you're planning to catch a flight anytime soon. And the work has begun in stores to renovate the home of the UConn men's and women's basketball team. We'll tell you what students had to say about this makeover. Plus, the city of Hartford says it is exploring a plan to bring universal childcare. We'll tell you what parents and caregivers had to say after this big announcement. Stay with us.